Welcome back to News and Brews, your go-to channel for the latest in UK politics. It's been 100 days since Keir Starmer and his Labour Party took over, and let's just say, it's not looking great. In fact, Labour's first few months in office have been nothing short of a disaster. I'm here to break down exactly why so many Britons are feeling let down, and why Labour's early days may just prove they're not up to the task. Let's start with the big picture. 6 in 10 Britons, yes, 59%, disapprove of Labour's performance so far. Only 18% of people think they're doing a good job. And for Conservative voters, like many of you watching, this comes as no surprise. The lofty promises Labour made during the election campaign are proving to be just that, empty promises. Starmer's popularity? It's in free fall. 63% of Britons have an unfavourable view of him, putting him on the same level of unpopularity as, you guessed it, Nigel Farage. Only 27% of the country has anything positive to say about him at this point. Labour voters are feeling the sting of disappointment, with nearly half, 47%, saying they had high hopes for Starmer but feel utterly let down. And let's be real, can we blame them? It's not just Starmer who's floundering, it's the country itself. 4 in 10 Britons say things are worse now than they were before Labour took power. Among Conservative voters, that figure jumps to 70%, and for Reform UK supporters it's a staggering 82%. What's more, even some Labour voters, 13% of them, agree that the country has taken a turn for the worse. The facts speak for themselves. Let's talk about key issues. Labour is floundering across the board. Immigration and the NHS, 2 areas Labour claim to be able to fix, have been total failures. 70% of Britons think Labour is botching immigration, and 2/3 say they've completely mishandled the NHS. Remember when Labour promised to rebuild the NHS? Looks like we're still waiting. And it's not just on immigration and healthcare where Labour is losing ground. Across 15 key issues, from education to the economy, Britons overwhelmingly think Labour is no better, if not worse, than the Conservatives were. On pensions, a full third of the country believes the Tories did a better job. Labour's best showing is on the NHS, but even there, only 20% of people think they've outshone the Conservatives. Now, to be fair, there are a few policies Labour has introduced that have seen some positive reception. Agreeing new pay deals with striking doctors. The public liked that, with 61% approving. Suspending arms sales to Israel got the thumbs up from 56% of people. But let's be clear, these aren't major wins, and they're far outweighed by Labour's missteps. One of the most controversial decisions so far? Labour's plan to release prisoners early to alleviate overcrowding. This move has angered nearly half of Labour's own voters, let alone the rest of the country. It's another example of Starmer's government failing to make tough decisions in the national interest. So, what now? Well, most Britons seem willing to give Labour the benefit of the doubt, for now. 28% of the public still think it's too soon to expect major progress, and Labour voters, for the most part, are holding on to hope. But patience is running thin. A growing number, 39% of people, now say they've completely lost faith in Labour's ability to lead, up from 33% a few months ago. The reality is setting in. Labour's first 100 days have confirmed what many Conservative voters feared, that Starmer's government is not up to the challenge. The economy is stagnating, immigration is out of control, and public services are crumbling. The question is, how much longer will the British public tolerate this failure? That's all from us at News and Brews. What are your thoughts on Starmer's first 100 days in office? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth political analysis. We'll see you in the next one.